Hi everybody, happy Saturday. I hope you're having a blessed day today. I know I am. Thank you, Jesus. Always on my side, always provides. So what are we gonna do today? The best, the most delicious, easiest pizza bacon meatloaf. Yay! Okay, so I have my ground beef right here, and I have my pan right here. So I'm gonna drop my meatloaf in there like that. And that's only about 2.5 pounds of ground beef in there. It's really not that much, but I'm gonna make it work. All right, so I have my bacon and my mozzarella, and on the side, I'm going to make some mushroom pasta, and I have some little mushrooms here to add them in. And I will also be roasting these little potatoes and this cauliflower. I have an egg. And so I have an egg and some what's that bread thing? Breadcrumbs. Okay, so I have a cup of breadcrumbs, and I'm gonna do this on the side. I'm not gonna mix it in right now because the first thing I want to do is just wet my hands real quick. They're washed. I just want to wet them. Okay, so I have all my ingredients lined right here on the side. What I want to do is take this meat and just break it up a little bit. The more I look at it, the more I think it's little, but you know what? All the other sides are gonna make it work just fine. See what I mean? Not that big, but it'll work. All right, so to my meat, I'm gonna add a little salt. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna add some pepper. I'm gonna add some pepper. I hope everybody's having a blessed day today. Alright guys, so add some pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of paprika. This is so quick to put together. The only problem is the waiting time. If you're hungry, yes. Okay, so that was paprika, and I have some parsley. I'm going to add some parsley in there, and I'm going to add a little bit of rosemary, just a little bit. I don't want to add a lot. I just took out the rosemary because I like to add it on the sides with my veggies, and the sage also. I like to add it on my veggies. So I just give it a little taste there. And I have a sazon. I'm going to put sazon all over this. All right. So I'm going to get an egg now. And I'm going to put that egg in there. I'm going to take my cup of breadcrumbs. You know, this is a lot of breadcrumbs. It was a cup, but I don't think I need a cup. So probably 3/4 of a cup. All right, so now the reason why I'm adding breadcrumbs is I want it to stay together. I want it to be a nice form so I can put the pizza inside there. This is a first for me. Is it a first for you guys watching something like this? Pizza meatloaf. Pizza bacon meatloaf. All right, so there we go. I think this is good enough. If I could turn into a ball, I know that all the ingredients are already packed in there. Good. Okay, there we go. Like I said, it wasn't a lot, but don't worry. We can make this work, guys. All right, so now that I have all my ingredients mixed in there really good, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten it. I'm going to flatten it. I want to make a nice center so that I could flip it when I put the cheese inside. So I'm basically just going to do, it's going to look something like a hot dog bun, okay? So that's how we're going to start this off, like a little hot dog bun. Because I want to get that pizza sauce and but I don't want to have it too thin on the bottom. Make sure you have enough on the bottom. All right. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. I'm just stretching it out a little bit. See, it looks something like that. I just want to make sure that I have enough to fold over, because I'm going to have to fold it over, you know. I'm not going to add too much and go all crazy and not have enough room, but it's going to work out nice. Look at that. See, that looks good. All right, so I'm going to wash my hands because I got to reach in my fridge and get my my tomato sauce. All right, so let me get my sauce. This sauce doesn't have any ingredients in it, Guys, I forgot something. You didn't remind me. I said I had some onions to put in there. So you know what? I'm just going to put them right in the middle. But I'm still going to mix it. Yes. Yes, that just happened. All right. So I'm going to leave that there. Onions are flying all over the place. Here's the cauliflower. All right. There we go. All right, I'm going to take my... I'm going to have to do this all again. So I'm just going to squish it and mix it. I like a lot of onions. Do you guys like onions? I love onions. All right, so we're going to mix this in really good. Put all those little onions in there. Okay, there we go. I think that's good. Right there, I don't see any more onions anywhere. Just a little bit, a couple, but that's okay if they go around the pan. You know why? You're going to put your veggies in there, and your veggies are going to definitely pick them all up, and it's going to be real nice. All right, so here we go. Flattened it. All right, there we go. So I'm going to put it back in there. Here we go again. First, I'm going to form it. Okay, then I'm going to make a little division in there. Okay, here we go. Doing it all over again. Okay. All right, so there we go. I think that's good, just like that. What do you think, guys? That looks nice? I think it looks good. Just making sure I have something to fold over. I need to fold it over. All right. So here I go again. Wash my hands and I'll be right back. Okay. And I need to reach for the scissors also. I gotta find my scissors to cut that bag. All right, here we go. So I got the scissors. Let me get my napkin and dry my hands a little bit. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some sauce. This is just regular tomato sauce with some basil and olive oil. So there we go. I'm not gonna put a lot. Like, I don't want it to seep out, but see, just like that. I think that's good there. And we'll push it down when we add our mozzarella. I got these 2 big bags in Costco. They were a double pack, and I think they were $14. That's a steal. That's a really good price because each of them are 2.5 pounds. So that's what? 4 pounds, almost 5 pounds. So here we go. I'm going to grab some mozzarella. And I just take it and I freeze it when I bring it home. Look at that. That looks good, guys. Let me get the mozzarellas over here that don't burn. I think a little bit more and that should do it. Okay, that's it. And I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of sauce just on top. Not a lot. We don't want something wet. Okay, so that's it. That's it, guys. So now the fun part that we're going to close this up. I'm just going to push this down. I got to push it down a little bit. Let it make sure it gets all full of that sauce. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Pizza meatloaf, guys. Looking really nice, and it's closing really well. I'll show you. I don't want to leave any sauce coming up because I don't want it to wet the bacon. I'm going to put bacon. Did I say it's a pizza meatloaf bacon? A bacon meatloaf pizza. This is the first for me. I mean, I've tried to do mozzarella before, but I never got that cheese pull that I wanted. But I'm gonna attempt it again today, and let's hope we got that cheese. So cheese pull. Not only a cheese pull, it's gonna taste just like pizza because I got sauce, mozzarella. What else could you ask for, right? All right, so that's good, right there. Now I have a few slices of bacon, and I'm just gonna put it on top, just like this. Nice meaty pieces of bacon. Okay, there we go. Hope this is enough. Yeah, I think it's gonna make it all across. And you see that I make that one pot dinner, that I put the chicken in the middle and I put all the veggies around it. Well, I'm gonna do the same thing again. Same thing, guys, because you know what? It works. It works for me. We have these pieces here left over, and I'm just gonna overlap a little bit, or just maybe break it, one there, one there. I'll put them this way. There we go. That looks good, right, guys? All right, so now I'm going to grab my potatoes. I'm going to put the potatoes on the side. And my cauliflower, I'm also putting it on the side. And the meatloaf, it really doesn't take a long time to cook. I do need to get my ingredients again. Hold on 1 second. And I kind of forgot one of the big brown cauliflowers, so let me just put this one in there too. There we go, that looks nice. That looks really nice, look at that. All right, so like I said, I like to put a little sage on the veggies because it just brings out some different flavor. I'm not putting any on the bacon, just on the veggies. And I'm gonna put a little bit of rosemary in there. There we go. And I need a little bit of salt and pepper because I didn't put any on the veggies, and I gotta season them a little bit. Just like that. I was thinking of putting some oil, guys, but I'm not sure about the oil because you know what? The meatloaf, the bacon, it's gonna release oils. All right, so that's good. What I did there, I'm just gonna grab a little bit of sazon. I have a little empty pack here, or not empty, but I know I use a small amount of it. All right, so I'm just gonna put them over the food right there. Guys, that's it. That's it. That's like the main attraction of the dinner, and I'm done. So I'm gonna put this into the oven for about 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes, because it's a very small piece of meat and it has fillings inside. So I have my oven turned on to 400. I'm gonna put this in and then I'll be back. I'll be back in about 30 minutes. I'm gonna clean this up. I have a pan already here, but I'm not gonna start it yet. Come here, onions. I'm not gonna start it. I have some mushroom pasta. While you see it in this little bag, it comes with this little mushroom sauce base, and these cute little, tiny little elbow macaronis. They look like elbow macaronis. They're really small and they have nice little ridges on it. All right, so this is mushroom pasta, and I have some mushrooms right here. So I'm not doing that now. I'll do it when it's about 10 minutes to take out my thing. So I'll be back in 30 minutes, and then we can start this. Okay, I'll be back. Hi everybody, I'm back, and it's been about 30 minutes in the oven, so I think it's time to check our bacon pizza meatloaf. Let me get a pot holder. Okay, let's go in there and get this out, see what that looks like. Ooh, baby, it's sizzling. Look at that. That looks good with the bacon crispy. Everything looks good. And you see there wasn't that much oil on the bottom. Like, I would think maybe even the potatoes are a little dry, if anything. But I'm just gonna give them a little mix, and then I'm gonna put it back in for another 5-10 minutes, for about the same time that I'm done with the pasta. Oh, I don't want to break my cauliflower. It's breaking. All right, just want to roll around the potatoes a little. But these potatoes should be done, guys. They've been in there 30 minutes already. So I'm just going to put them in for a few more minutes. And I'm going to start my pasta. Okay, so I have my water already boiling. And, well, it's not boiling yet. I got to give it another minute. So let it start boiling. I'll be back. Hi, everybody. I'm waiting for this water to boil. Getting all anxious over here. I put the pasta in because I saw it boiling, but now it stopped after I added the pasta in there. But you know what? I don't want to leave that meat any longer in there because I don't want it to dry. So I'm taking this out. I'm gonna let this sit there for a few minutes so it could just relax and cool off a little bit. And my pasta is just starting to boil. I'm gonna come back when these noodles are ready, okay? Because there is nothing but a waiting game now. So We're just waiting. Okay. What I want to do is take my cutting board, right? And I want to put my meatloaf on there. Let's see how I can grab this baby out here. Okay. I have some tools here to use. Let's use the tools. Okay, so let's see. You can see what I'm doing. No, you can't. Okay, let's take this. Put it right there. You go. Right there. All right, so let me see if I can lift this meat. Ooh, yes. Don't break. Okay, we got it. We got it. Oh, you came out cute. That looks nice. What's this? And you could see a little bit of the cheese is starting to ooze out of there. But I'm just going to leave it right here. Okay? Because it's not time for me to do the pasta yet. But I could take my veggies and I could just put them in this little bowl for now. These veggies are done. So I'm just going to put them right in here. Yep, there it is, guys. Look, the cheese pull from the meat. Throw that in there too. Yeah, it already started to, so it's perfect. I mean, any more and it just would have oozed out. So we didn't want that. So let me put this down and hold this. There we go. Beautiful, nice little side veggies. I love to have veggies on the side. You know, it's just what makes the meal complete. All right, so that's it. Here goes my veggies. Very nice. A little dry there, but that's okay. All right, so I have to wait for this to boil. I could take this pan away and put it in the sink with some water. And we're just gonna wait, guys, okay? Because my macaroni needs to cook. And I'm going to give this about another 5 to 7 minutes and I'll be back. Hi everybody, I'm back and this pasta is tender. It's nice and tender, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drain it and I'll be back. Let me drain this a little bit out. Okay, I just want to make sure I leave a little bit of pasta water in there. Alright, so now that this is drained, I'm going to add some butter to it and get this little creamy kind of effect going on. And I'm also going to add in my mushrooms so they could start getting a little cooked, because these mushrooms absorb a lot of water. So if I put them there, they'll dry up a little. Okay, there we go. It's just, okay, that's a good amount of pasta water. Not too much, just a little bit. So what I'm doing is just mixing this up and let the butter get nice and soft in there. And I have the packet, and it's like a creamy packet. You see it? That's the that's the mushroom blend. So I'm just gonna put it in now, because why not? It's gonna be ready so fast. And I'm hungry. Everything's ready. We're just waiting on the macaroni. Okay, look at that big little blob. Nice creamy. That's why I didn't add any salt or, you know, too many things. The salt, my butter already has salt in it, so that's why I didn't want to add any more salt. I'm sure this packet is loaded with salt. All right, so that's it. I can throw that out. Oh yeah. Oh no. Get back in there. All right, so you know what I want to do, guys? I really want to just lower the flame and not step on the macaroni. All right, I have some mozzarella cheese in there that I wanted to add in there too, so it could get nice and melty in there. It's nice and creamy, so hopefully it'll all, oh my goodness, what is wrong? It keeps spitting out the pasta. Get back in there. Thank goodness my stove is clean. If it's something in the kitchen that I like to see all the time, is the stove nice and clean. All right, so I do that with the little Brillo pads. And I'm talking about Brillo, not the wire ones, the old Brillo pads. These Brillos. Right there. That's how I keep my stove clean. So simple. Nothing sticks. Look at this. Nice gooey cheese. All right, so you know what? This pasta's done already. You can't see any of the mushrooms in there, but just imagine that they're in there because you can't see them. But oh goodness gracious, see that? That's done. Complete. All right, so I'm gonna get a different spoon for this. This looks really good, guys. Like how creamy this looks. Creamy and cheesy. All right, so let me get my spoon. I'm gonna transfer this right. Put that there. Okay, let me get my meat because I didn't even cut it yet. See that, guys? Look how nice. Look how beautiful. So I'm gonna cut the meat. I just need my fork, and let's start seeing. Let's see the cheese pull if it has any, which I'm hoping it does. Look at the cheese, the pizza right there. Yes, I saw that piece fly over there. Okay, let's see if we see another cheese pull in the middle. You could tell it's really nice and juicy, guys. Look, see? There's the mozzarella. Oh boy, I'm hot. I am very hot. It's hot in this kitchen. Yeah, this one had kind of like a cheese pull a little bit. All right. I'm making big chunks, guys. I'm not trying to cut little pieces. Nice big chunks, okay? Oh my goodness, this looks good. Let's see it one more time. Yes, there's a cheese pull going on in there. Look. Yum. Oh boy, this is hot. Don't touch that. Let's get my plate and let's serve some dinner because I'm so hungry. Let me get a spoon. Where's my spoon? Oh, so many spoons. All right, here we go. Got my plate and I'm gonna grab a piece of meatloaf. Look at this nice little end part. See the oozing coming down from there? That looks really good. I'm only gonna take one piece because that's enough. Look at that. That looks good. So I'm gonna grab some of these little mushroom pasta here. And well, what do you know? One came up to say hello. Look at that. Beautiful. Just gorgeous. Take a little bit more. Trying to find another little mushroom. But you know what? It's okay. This is good right there. Look, guys, how nice and creamy that is. And I'm also gonna grab some veggies. I'm gonna take cauliflower. This looks really delicious. There's a nice little feast going on. My potatoes are nice and cooked. I take 4 little potatoes. Look at that. Just look at that deliciousness. Doesn't that look good, guys? I hope you like my recipe. I hope you make your bacon pizza meatloaf and enjoy it as much as my family's gonna enjoy it. I thank you all for watching. Love you guys for giving me likes and subscribes and all that. Very appreciative. And I hope you all have a blessed day today. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Delicious. So good, guys. Bye.